Look at Detroit's public libraries and the fight to fix their crumbling conditions.
You may have noticed a number of the city's public libraries are currently closed and in need of repairs. But the library system says it lacks the proper funding to make improvements.
Commissioners tell us it's due in part to a process called tax capturing. It allows cities to take over voter-approved millages from libraries and schools and funnel it to the Downtown Development Authority. As a result, the Detroit Public Libraries says it lost about $3.4 million in the last year.
7 Action News reporter Whitney Burney is looking into why the city uses this process and how your tax dollars are being spent.
With beautiful arches, glass-stained windows, and historic art, the Detroit Public Library on Woodward has served as a meeting place for more than a century.
We just have so much here, and I've just always thought, what a great service this is.
But some of the library's supporters are concerned about the system's future. Russ Ballant, who is now retired, completed his 12th year as a library commissioner this past December.
Which is freezing the tax capture.
He's now working to tell anyone willing to listen about a process called tax capturing and how it's taking money the library desperately needs.
We have millions of dollars in building structure costs we can't afford to conduct right now. The maintenance we can't do. We have a couple of branches closed because have to redo their HVAC systems.
The state law behind tax capturing allows cities to keep a portion of property taxes earmarked for the library and funnel them to the Downtown Development Authority to support job-creating development downtown. Take a look at this. The library system's annual budget is normally around $30 million to fund their 21 branches and the main library. 11% of that comes from state funds, grant dollars, traffic fines, and other sources, while the other 89% comes from a taxpayer-approved millage. But because of tax captures, they've only received a percentage of that money in recent years. In the last 3 years, Ballant says the city has taken nearly $10 million to fund incentives for downtown developments, and it's forced the library to dip into emergency funds to operate and close 5 branches. The doors are locked, and there's a temporarily closed sign here at the Monteith Branch Library. It's one of several branches across the city currently closed. This building has structural concerns. It's estimated to cost $3.3 million to repair. The city says they're aware of the library's concern, but it's a state law they have to comply with and ultimately is necessary for growth.
It's an incentive that's really designed to help level the playing field for undeveloped properties like on the edge of the suburbs and redevelopment of properties in core communities. And when I talk about core communities, I'm talking about urban communities such as Detroit.
Executive Vice President for the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation, Kenyatta Bridges, says projects like District Detroit have taken advantage of the opportunity, but the net fiscal benefit over the years will also help neighborhoods down the line.
It's about economic growth. It's about making sure Detroiters have access to employment opportunities where they can provide for their families. It's making sure that the city is on a fiscally sustainable track.
Supporters like Ballant still maintain state law needs to change.
If you believe in a healthy civic society, if you believe in healthy neighborhoods, you can't focus and take all these resources to the neighborhoods and put it in one place downtown.
In Detroit, Whitney Burney, 7 Action News.